over the past week, there's been quite a bit of Texans news drop. News not involving anything really, I guess, about the season. Like, oh, Texans are resting starters. I'm talking about actual pretty significant news that can impact this team short term and somewhat long term. Now, if you show up to my live streams or follow me on Twitter, then you probably already know my opinion on this stuff. But for those of you guys that don't follow me on Twitter or show up to my live streams, then, this video is for you and just giving my opinions on all these little Texan things that have been going on throughout the past week. So let's start off with the first thing. JJ Watt's return. It's been hinted at for like about 3 weeks now that, JJ Watt might come back. JJ Watt might come back. He's ahead of schedule. He might come back. And when I first seen that, I was like, oh my god. Because like when we first heard of Watt possibly coming back, it was literally like a day after Titus Howard went on IR. And at that point, I was pissed because the reason Titus Howard went on IR was because the Texans rushed him back from the knee injury. So I was like, oh my god, here the Texans go again, rushing another player back from injury. He's going to get hurt again. And that was my initial thought of it. But, I sat down, thought more of it, thought more about it. And I was like, you know what? Watt coming back for the playoffs is actually a very, very good thing, because the Texans' weakest thing, besides the offensive inconsistencies, is the pass rush. Like, a lot of people will say, oh, our secondary sucks. I disagree. I don't think our secondary sucks. I think it sucks that our secondary has to cover for 10 seconds every play because nobody can get there. And we've seen, Jacob Martin every now and then, he gets in there and gets a sack. Whitney Mercilus had a couple sacks against Tampa, but there hasn't been anyone constantly getting pressure. And, it's not all about sacks. Sacks are cool and all. They take away yards. It's about the pressures, You got to make the quarterback throw the ball quicker. And bringing JJ back will, bring that. Now, I know there's going to be some people that are going to say, oh, they're rushing him back. Well, look at it this way. If Watt gets hurt again, it's just a 3 to 4 month injury. So, if Watt gets hurt again, then he'll be back by OTA. So, it's not that big of a deal. And, the chances of Watt getting hurt again, well, they're there, obviously, because it's been a little bit over 2 months since Watt suffered his injury. Now, Watt's injury, from what I heard, it isn't, really, really bad. Like, it's, a small tear in his pec, compared to Mercilus, who completely tore his off. 2017, Watts isn't nearly as bad. And then you have to put into account JJ Watt will be wearing some sort of brace that kind of is going to help him from messing it up. So, Watt, obviously, I don't think he's going to be 100%. But, 75% Watt, 80% Watt is better than whatever we're throwing out there. I love me some Jacob Martin, believe me, but Jacob Martin, cannot get the job done consistently, at least just yet. So having Watt back, we have someone that can create pressure. Not only that, he's also a guy who's going to command extra attention, so it's going to free up some rushing lanes for players like Whitney Mercilus, DJ Reader, Charles Omenihu, Jacob Martin, and, whoever else they choose to rush. So, yeah, Watt coming back, it's great. It's good for this team because it's potentially filling the Texans' biggest weakness, and that is pass rush. So, I'm all for it. Now the next thing. Another injury-related thing. Will Fuller. Will Fuller suffered a groin injury against the Buccaneers. He's expected to miss 3 weeks, or 2 to 3 weeks. So, Tennessee game, and then the wild card game, and then he'd be back for the divisional round game. And if this is true, well, this sucks. But notice how I said, if this is true. And let me just say this. I am never one of those people that ever thinks, O'Brien's playing mind games. Texans are playing 4D chess while everyone else is playing checkers. I'm never, ever one of those people. But I actually, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, but I just have a feeling that is complete BS. I have a feeling Will Fuller will play in the wild card round against Buffalo. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I just have a feeling. And then this game against Tennessee, 5th preseason game. Oh, congrats to Tennessee. They beat our 4th stringers. I saw Will Fuller laughing on the sideline. Doesn't seem like someone that's bummed about not playing. I just legitimately, for once, think that maybe, just maybe, the Texans are playing, I guess, mind games for once, because, you say Will Fuller's not going to play, then you got Buffalo over there, Will Fuller's not going to play. They'll probably still prepare for him, but it's not the same. It's like actually knowing if he's going to play or not. That's just what I'm speculating, though. It's just a feeling that I have. I actually don't think Will Fuller isn't going to play in the wild card round. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. I just smell the BS, But who knows? Maybe they're right, and if he is out, then like I said, it sucks because for whatever reason, Will Fuller is an entire offense. And if he is out, then honestly, I don't think there still isn't an excuse, or there still isn't an excuse for Bill O'Brien and the Texans, because if they know that he's going to be out, then they would have had 2 weeks to come up with a game plan without Will Fuller, So it's not like Will Fuller, was in the game plan and then he left the game and then your whole game plan goes to the trash. No, you've had 2 weeks to prepare without Will Fuller. No excuses. Okay, now the next thing. We got 2 extensions. Mid-season extensions. I know, that's crazy. Even Tyrann Mathieu, the clown over there in KC, was like, I see Bill O'Brien's doing mid-season extensions now. If only ... I thank God he didn't do mid-season extensions last year, because yikes, we would have been stuck with that thing, and that thing sucks. But anyways, yeah, the Texans extended Bryan Anger, the punter, to a 3-year deal worth around $7 million. So he's going to get an average of like 2-point-something mil per year, which isn't bad because Bryan Anger has actually been one of the better punters this season. His only flaw at the start of the season was holding on to the ball properly during field goals and PATs. But as you've seen lately, Fairbairn's been doing good, so one can easily infer that Anger finally got the holds down. So the Texans have their punter for the next 3 years, and that's great. But that's not the extension we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Whitney Mercilus. Whitney Mercilus also got extended. 4-year deal worth like 54 mil. You know, when I first seen that, I was like, that's an overpay. And believe me, I love Whitney Mercilus. The dude, you know, he's awesome. I mean, his last name's Mercilus. You know, he makes plays every now and then, but, you know, 54 mil. I think it averaged out to like 13.5 mil a year. Yeah, I don't think that's around Mercilus' price range. You know, maybe 10 mil, you know, that's fine. You know, 4-year deal, 40 mil, an average of 10 mil per year, that would have been fine. So I do think it's a slight overpay, and I do think the Texans are playing it a bit safe, because there is some better pass rushers out there than Whitney Mercilus in free agency. For example, Yannick Ngakoue from the Jaguars, or, you know, someone that I really want, Chris Jones from the Chiefs. Now, I know Chris Jones is an interior guy and Mercilus is an outside guy, but I still believe the Texans would be able to benefit from a guy like Chris Jones on the inside, just, you know, messing things up and pushing the pocket back. But, you know, Texans opted to go with Mercilus, and, you know, I guess that's fine. But one thing that does make this deal a little bit better, in my opinion, is that it's essentially a 2-year deal. So, you gotta look at the guaranteed money. The guaranteed money is what counts. So, Mercilus got like 24 mil guaranteed throughout the first 2 years. Meaning, throughout the first 2 years of his contract, he's gonna get paid out 24 mil. And after that, he's not owed a single penny. So, if we really want to go that route, after 2 years, we can cut Whitney Mercilus and we don't owe him a single dime. So, that's okay in my book. I guess that makes the contract extension okay in my books. Now, just because, you know, we re-signed Mercilus and we got JJ Watt back, and we got Jacob Martin, Charles Omenihu, DJ Reader, who we better re-sign actually. Just because we got those guys doesn't mean we shouldn't target another form of pass rusher. I still think we need someone else, and I think with our first pick in the draft, you know, second round pick, because we don't have a first round pick, we should pick some sort of pass rusher. Whether it's a big guy up inside that can push the pocket back and, you know, wreak havoc, or whether it's an edge rusher. We need pass rushers. You can never have enough pass rushers in the NFL. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys for today. Just wanted to give you guys my opinion on those few things that came out. And yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.